Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome to economics online classes. In the previous class we discussed regarding the poverty and how to eradicate the poverty and what are the effects of poverty in India. So next we are going to study eradication of poverty. Way to eradicate the poverty. Concept is way to eradicate the poverty. So it is very easy to understand this topic with the help of chart. So look at the chart and you can easily understand how to eradicate the poverty. So eradication of poverty is not a new challenge to our government. So it is a big challenge from the independence. So from the last 50 to 70 years we are discussing about poverty, poverty elevation programs, everything. But still our country is suffering from the poverty. So it is not a new concept, it is a older one, but it is a big challenge to the present government and present generation how to overcome from this severe problem. So let us look at the chart. It is easy to understand eradication of poverty concept. Eradication is nothing but students overcome and come out from the problem of poverty. So let us look at this. So here left side of the chart what you are going to say is education. So here education is there, better health care, then better job opportunities, more income, then more purchasing capacity, better standard of living, all will result in the eradication of poverty. So by look at this chart, looking to this chart you came to know education is a tool to eradicate the poverty. Education is a tool, it will eradicate the poverty. How the education is tool to eradicate the poverty? Because by the education it is better to overcome from all other problems. Because through the job one can gain better job opportunity. Through the education. So education means it gives the literacy to the people, knowledge to the people. By the knowledge, quality and qualification one can go for gaining employment. If they opt any kind of employment or involve in any economic activity through the job, then it will provide him more income. So what it shows means education is the better tool to eradicate the poverty. Through the education it is one can gain the employment opportunities. Better job opportunity is nothing but it will remove the unemployment. Education will remove the unemployment, problem of unemployment, and one can gain the proper employment opportunities, nothing but job opportunity. If one join the job, then he can gain more income. It gives him the more income. Income is nothing but he can gain some money. So why this income is needed? As you know that income is a hurdle above the poverty line and below the poverty line you studied. In that you studied, so if the income level of a person lies below the poverty line, that category is considered as poor people or they comes under the poverty line. So those people their income is above the poverty line, they are said to be the non-poor or rich. Thus to gain that income, best way is to gain employment. So to overcome from the poverty it is better to get the proper education. Thus education is a better instrument or tool to gain the employment opportunities. This employment opportunities will remove the unemployment and it will make sure to gain the income. Thus when the income level of individual increases, it means money income increases. purchasing power of the people also increases. As I said in the last class, more purchasing capacity with the people. So, more income. If the income increases, purchasing power also increases. Suppose our income is very low, so our purchasing also low. Capacity to buy the things also low. When the income increases, purchasing also increases. So, if the income is very low, in the beginning those people lies below the poverty line, they will just try to fulfill their basic needs, food, cloth and shelter. Suppose after getting the education, they gain the better job opportunities and income, next their purchasing power also increases. From the food, cloth and shelter, they will move to the remaining things, whatever the other luxuries or comforts. So, that will lead to the increase in the better standard of living among the people. So, by that you can say education is a better tool to eradicate the poverty and increase the better standard of living, increasing the purchasing power parity, and it will give more income and better job opportunities. By the better job, it will remove the unemployment and illiteracy will be removed, and more income means low standard of living will be removed, and it will increases the purchasing power capacity of an individual. Thus, by the education, one can get the better health care. How the education is linked to the health care? Because those who educated, their health conscious is more than the uneducated people. Thus, after getting more good education, one can be aware about their health and they can gain some income and they can go for the better medical treatments. If their ill health occurs, then one can lead a standard of living. Thus, education led to the better standard of living through the better job opportunities, more income and more purchasing power capacity. Thus, better health and education both were essential to eradicate the poverty. Eradication of poverty is always laid upon the education and better health care. Both are the tool to remove the poverty. Thus, this chart, by the chart you can easily write about the eradication of poverty, very important for 4 marks. How to eradicate the poverty, or explain your views about the poverty eradication. How one can, what is your opinion about eradication of poverty? Eradication of poverty is not a new concept. It is from the 50 years we are hearing that concepts, but only through the education and better healthcare facilities it is easy to remove the poverty in one country. So, country like India, huge population, you know that high growth rate of population is one of the cause for poverty. Not only high growth rate of population, low per capita income, low PCI, low level of investment, low gross domestic product, it is because of low investment. Then other many reasons, low investment may be the reason for poverty. Then low standard of living, unemployment, low savings, these are all results in the poverty. Then unemployment may be the reason. Even there may be some reasons regarding illiteracy, lack of education may be the reason for poverty. So, to overcome from all these problems, high growth rate of population, what to do? How to eradicate the poverty? If the population is increasing day by day, it is very difficult to overcome from the poverty, because feeding the highly populated country is very difficult, because our productivity is very low, low productivity, low GDP, low per capita income also very low. Thus, by this, whatever the high growth rate of population is one of the reason for poverty. To overcome from this problem, through the education, making awareness among the people about the family programs, planning and programs. So earlier joint family system was existed. Nowadays you can see nuclear family system is existing. Thus by the education, so this society also changing day by day. Then to increase the per capita income, education is a better tool to increase the per capita income, one individual's income per head. So through the better opportunities, through the better job employment opportunities, through the increasing their income, one can increase their per capita income. So how to increase the gross domestic product by the education? After getting the employment opportunities, contribution to the productivity of an individual increases. When the contribution of individual to the productivity increases, automatically it will increases the GDP growth rate of the country and reduces the low GDP growth rate, gross domestic product. Low investment, next one is low investment. How to increase the investment through the education? Education is a tool or instrument to increase the investment, because by the education one can gain the employment, unemployment reduces, illiteracy reduces, income of the individual increases. By increasing their income, it will increases the purchasing power capacity of an individual. When the purchasing power parity increases among the individual, automatically investment also increases. Thus, increasing the investment is also one of the way to eradicate the poverty. Increasing the per capita income, decreasing the population growth, increasing the GDP growth rate, increasing investment in different fields, and low savings among the people is one of the reason for the poverty in India. So people were not bothered about their savings. This whatever they can go for job, they can gain the employment opportunities by the education. More income is there, or more whatever the income they are going to earn, they will spend it on the same day. So due to lack of savings also one of the reasons for low per capita income among the people. So whatever they are going to earn the money, they will never go for save it. Just they go for spend it. So purchase whatever the 50 rupees income today, they are going to invest 40 rupees and remaining 10 rupees also they spent in the next day. So what is the use of gaining something? So gaining something means doing something and saving something. Gaining something means doing something and saving something. But it is not happening in our country, like low developed country like India. So whatever we are going to earn, all we are going to spend it on the purchasing of the new commodities. So when the saving increases, then only country's poverty reduces. Increasing the savings is essential to eradicate the poverty. Not only increasing the savings, increasing the employment opportunities. By the education, one can gain the employment and increase the employment opportunities. How to increase the employment opportunities means there are many programs implemented by the government to removal of poverty or eradication of poverty through the poverty elevation programs. ಬಡತನ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಬಡತನವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸುವುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೂಲ್ ಟು ರಿಮೂವ್ ದ ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ. ಬಡತನವನ್ನು ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ದಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Thus better health and education will increase the better standard of living among the people. Those who educated, see the educated people and uneducated people about their standard of living. Those who educated, they can save more, live better than the uneducated people. More awareness among their health, more awareness among their society, more care about their children, more care about their children education. Those who are uneducated, they will never bother about the education and all. Why the education? They can gain something from the field through the labor forces. But that is not a thesis or a theme. But education is the best tool to increase the standard of living among the people. Thus from the beginning, immediate after the independence, all our former leaders are trying to eradicate the poverty, but still it is a dream. So what we are going to see nowadays, even nowadays also most of the people, they were living without food, cloth and shelter. So lack of food, cloth and shelter led to the increase in the domestic conflicts or whatever the what we said defeats among the people. It will increases the violence. To reduce all these things, increasing the country's income or national income, it is only through increasing the people's income. It means per capita income increases, means then only national income increases. Thus education gives better opportunity to people in involved in the employment opportunities. It will remove the unemployment problem in the country, increase the income among the people, and it increases the purchasing power of the individual. Thus one can gain the better health through the education. When the income increases, one can gain the better health. He can go for the better hospital facilities whenever he will go for illness. Then automatically education increases the better standard of living among the people. Thus these are the main tool. Education is the main tool to eradicate the poverty. There is a direct relationship between the education and poverty. There is a direct relationship among education and poverty. They are interdependent. Those who are uneducated, lack of education will lead to the poverty. First reason. Illiteracy is the main reason for the poverty. Unemployment is secondary. If the education is there, they can gain the employment opportunities. Thus illiteracy is the main reason for poverty. Thus eradication of illiteracy is possible only through the education. Education is the best tool to eradicate the poverty. So next we are going to study what are the programs implemented by the government to removal of poverty. Under the heading poverty eradication program or poverty alleviation programs. As you know that many programs suggested by the government day by day. So most of the programs according to the 5 plans prepared by the government immediate after the independence after 1950s, what we studied earlier. Indian economy from 1950 to 1990. There we studied goals of 5 plan, everything. So gems I said growth is the main goal of the country. Then equity is the main goal of the country. Modernization is the goal, and self-reliance. All these goals of 5 plans will be possible only through the education. If the country's people all are going to get the proper education, education for all is the best policy of the government nowadays. No one should delay from the education. Everyone should get the education. Then only it is possible to live in a better standard and eradicate the poverty is possible only with the help of the good education. Education for all is the government policy to eradicate the poverty. Next class we are going to see what are the poverty alleviation programs or poverty eradication programs suggested by the government to create the wage among the people. There are 2 kinds of employment generation programs. One is wage employment program, other one is self-employment programs. So government suggested both wage employment program and self-employment program to overcome from the poverty, because those who educated can gain the better opportunity and they can involve in the economic opportunities, but those who uneducated, nowadays 29% of 9% still uneducated, illiterates. So government will suggest some remedies to them how to involve in the economic activities. For that purpose government made many of the plans, implemented many of the plans and suggested people to involve in the such a schemes to earn something. Next class we are going to see what are the wage employment and self-employment programs implemented by the government. Under the heading what are the measures taken by the government to increase the employment or generate the employment and removal of or eradication of poverty. Poverty eradication and employment generation programs. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.